Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and truth. I want to get into a quick lesson, and it's the basis of the lesson is what's going on in the news today, the hot topic, which is the airstrikes from the United States into Syria. And the video that I played, the first video I played was a video from General Wesley Clark. This video right here, this general basically was kind of whistleblowing, but he was basically in this interview stating what the United States military's plans was, how it went from invading of Iraq or bombing Afghanistan, and then it basically counterpulted into 7 countries within 5 years. And um, we're witnessing, and this video right here basically gave you an illustration and showing what was taking place. This took place yesterday, being April 6th, 2017. And so the couple scriptures I want to get into is basically showing how Esau, the lies and the deception that goes on. Because me personally, I believe that that video was taking place yesterday is a result to the plans and actions of that video that General Wesley Clark had illustrated in. I believe what took place is the United States. See, they have their CIA psyop radical group, extremist terrorist groups that they train to go out there. Like, for example, the first radical or extremist terrorist group they had trained was Al Qaeda, and that was you know that was the United States CIA. That was their puppy. That was their group, and they were using that to invade different countries to get their resources. And so people got wind of that, and so they had to, the next boogeyman is ISIL or ISIS, so to speak. That's their new terrorist, their false flag terrorist group that goes around. They go around different places, and they're committing terrorist acts, and they're just basically using that as a doorstep for the United States to go in and say that they're fighting terrorism. They're fighting against ISIL, but really ISIL's on their side. They're the one have ISIL doing all this, or ISIS doing all these terrorist attacks, so they can go into these countries and get their resources. So I don't believe that. Me personally, just the spirit that's on me. I don't believe that Bashar Assad, the president of Syria, launched that chemical attack on his own public and to Syrian citizens. I believe that the United States had ISIS go in there and stage a false flag chemical attack and blame it, framing and demonizing Bashar Assad. And so he take the blame, so the United States can have a reason to go in there and so they can airstrike and attack on the Syrian government. And so they can eventually go in there and invade the country, so they could take over the country and get Bashar Assad out of there. Because there was I forget exactly, it's slipping my mind right now, but I forget exactly what it was, but Bashar Assad didn't comply with the United States for for something that the United States wanted to do regarding finances. I forget exactly what it was, it's slipping my mind, but he's standing in the United States way. So they've been wanting to get him out of office ever since. And so what they're trying to do is demonize him, so they can have reasons to make him look so evil and so bad, so the Syrian people will be on board with getting him taken out of office, and him and his administration, so they could put a puppet leader inside there, and so that puppet leader can pretend to have the Syrian public citizens' best interests at hand, but yet still be working the United States agenda, so they can go in there and get those resources, the oil, the oil and the riches of the land, like General Wesley Clark was saying. So the first scripture I want to bring is Habakkuk 2:3, and it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And this is speaking about the prophecies. All these things are prophesied to happen. Esau's the wicked, so he's going to do wickedly, and he's going to bring forth lies. Lord willing, through the Spirit, I'll bring out the scriptures to illustrate his deception. And that's part of the prophecies, that these things have to take place. So in order for further prophecies to unfold. So this is talking about the prophecies. They're not going to tarry. Wait for them; they will happen. Same thing is written in Isaiah 55:11. His word do not go out void; it shall accomplish that what he seeketh, as the Lord has spoken it. Verse 4 says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home." Now his transgression by wine is his philosophy, his lies, his deception, his democracy, and that's what he's trying to do. He wants to act like he's coming to the aid of the Syrian citizens for their own for their democracy, like he's there to help with the liberation of the citizens of Assyria. It's the same song and dance with Esau. We're coming to this country's aid because that's why they have garrisons, they have military bases, they have embassies set out all across the globe, all across the world, and they're set there so they can go in certain countries and help. But if that country starts to go against they go against their people, that they can step in on the behalf of the people. When they already have a military base there, they can aid and assist the public or the people, the citizens of that country against that government. When he doesn't even do that here, all the tyranny that takes place here in the United States. Take, for instance, the scriptures say he's a proud man, neither keep it at home, and he's always got his business or his relations with foreign relations. Like, he doesn't really deal domestically; he deals internationally, foreign, other countries' lands. Here, he doesn't step in and take care of what's going on in his own backyard. All the killing that's going on in Chicago is called Chirac, but yeah, you have men that are stationed in actual Iraq and trying to help the Iraqi people with their government and to so-called bring safety to the Iraqi people. But yet here in Chirac in Chicago, you're not doing to help the people that's here that's dying daily on a day in, day out, week to week basis. Because why? Because it's Israelites killing Israelites, and he's okay with that. This is what happens when the wicked bear rule. Back to the scripture, it says, "Neither keep he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." And that's what he's doing now. Like exactly what General Wesley Clark said. They're going to invade and take over 7 countries in a 5-year span, which has been beyond 5 years. So this devil's he's working on he's working on overdue time. Like it's been beyond that beyond that when this video had came out and when that interview was actually conducted. It's been beyond 5 years, so he's working on the slow timing. But yeah, nevertheless, the plan still stands the same, and that's what he's doing. He's trying to enlarge his desires by taking over these other countries' resources, taking over and putting their people in subjection and in order and under his obedience. Because his ultimate plan is to have a new world order, one world government, one democracy, one religion, one currency, with total domination and rulership, and put the citizens in slavery. That's what he wants. But of course, we know the scriptures say the Most High is going to disappoint that. That's not going to take place. But he's certainly going to attempt to do this. Verse 6: "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay." And that word clay goes back to the Hebrew word abatyat, which means debt, which is the so-called white man here in America is in debt. This country is in debt to China. I think it's like $20 trillion is a deficit and running and counting. The next scripture I want to go in because the scripture said that he's gonna be a proverb, and the that proverb, David spoke on that of the proverb that the so-called white man is. He's first of all he's the wicked. That's the first um, proverb that he is. He's known as the wicked in the scriptures that the Bible speaks of. So this is Psalms 40 in verse 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man." That's one proverb. "Preserve me from the violent man." That's another proverb. So he's the evil and violent man. It's those are two proverbs that he's known as. Three, if you count the fact that he's the wicked. So it's three proverbs we just came across, or we illustrating so far the so-called white man, Esau, which imagine mischiefs in their hearts continually are they gathered together for war. Yesterday was an act of war when they launched airstrikes against Syria, the Syrian government. That was an actual act of war. Verse 3, "They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent adder. Poison is under his lips." Salah. All the lies and stuff, the corruption through his tongue that this devil spews out. Like he'll lie and say this is what something is, when that's not really what it is. He's gonna lie about it. And the American public is the American public, or just people in general, they're there for the taking, man. Their minds are so fried into in today's society, that they don't see the truth. If the truth was slapping on them, but lies was whispering to them, they'll believe those whispers, and they won't believe the lies the truth that is screamed right in their face. Because the brothers that go out there and teach, and we starting with the apostles, elders, and great millstone, and all the brothers out throughout the four corners of the earth, holding camp every week, are exposing this devil, letting the people know, but people don't want to, they don't hearken to that. It's the so-called white man ain't saying it. It's not broadcast on their television, so they don't want to take it serious. Well, it's gonna come a time where the Most High is gonna make you take it serious, because it's gonna touch and affect you. See, it's one thing when you turn on your TV set or get on the internet and you see Syrian citizens that are laid dead on the street, and you see the residual for different the different citizens over there, the different people that are suffering from the gas and suffering from the chemical that they're afflicted with. It's not a big deal when you see it happen to somebody else. When the shit happening to you, it's a different story. Well, it's gonna happen. It's gonna take place here. That's biological warfare, and it's gonna come to the streets of the United States very soon. Verse 4, it says, "Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked." Another proverb. "Preserve me from the violent man." Another proverb. Who have proposed to overthrow my goings. "The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me." Salah. "I said unto the Lord, Thou art my power. Hear the voice of my supplications, O Lord." And that's what the men of the Lord are going to do. When these times come, they're going to, the men of the Lord is going to send up heavy prayers, supplications to the Most High. And the scriptures tell you that the Most High will hear their prayers. But as for the rest of our nation that don't want to hearken and turn and come and accept this truth and change their ways, then he's not going to hearken unto them. They're not even going to know who to call on. Verse 7, O Lord, Slakia, O Yahweh, the Lord, the strength of my salvation, thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked device, lest they shall exalt themselves. Salah. And that's what this devil doing. When you read in Isaiah, I believe Isaiah is like the 14th chapter, he says that he's going to exalt himself. Matter of fact, let me get it right quick. All right. This is Isaiah 14:12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" This is a point of what he doing, what he did yesterday with that air attack. Is of course is ways that he tries to weaken the nations. Not only did he try to weaken the nation he attacked, he tried to weaken the other nations that's looking upon like, damn, here he goes, man. He'll bomb you, and that's the reputation that Donald Trump is trying to display, that he don't take no mess. That he launched the airstrike, bam, so to put other nations in fear. Verse 13, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High." That's the point. He want to exalt him. They want to exalt themselves as if they're the Most High. And the Most High actually let this devil think that he's going to accomplish that. Because the scriptures tell you the deceived and the deceiver are his. Back in verse 8, it says, "Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked devices, lest they exalt themselves, Salah. As for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their lips cover them. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the fire, into deep pits, that they rise not up again." And that's what's going to take place when it comes down to it. America's going to be burnt with thermonuclear fire. That's that coals. That's that burning coals. That's that fire. And then them going into deep pits is when they get into slavery. They're gonna be in those pits. That's where Esau's new mansion is going to be. Deep under the ground. They're gonna dig pits and they're gonna live in those pits. They're gonna be slaves. They're gonna build up our kingdom, and then they're gonna return to their pit to sleep, and they're gonna get their ass up the next day, like we got to do now. It'll be the sweat of our brows now. We have to work, get up in the crack of day. I got to be to work at 4 a.m. You got other brothers who work graveyard. They work before me, and they're at work while I'm at work. And then there's brothers who got to wake up at 6 a.m. to get to work. Israelites all across the world have to do this, because the scriptures tell you, from the sweat of our brow shall we eat. We have to earn wages. Well, guess what? Esau in the kingdom, it's gonna be round clock work for you. You're gonna get up in the morning. You're gonna build our kingdom. You're gonna get up whatever time we set for you to get up, because it's gonna be your captivity, your slavery time, and it's gonna be our heaven, your hell. So the tables will turn. Brothers got to be patient. These are all beautiful signs, letting us know we one step higher on the ladder, one step closer to the kingdom. So, like I was saying, that burning coal, that fire represents the nuclear missiles being shot on America, therefore kicking off the end of Esau's rulership. And he'll be in the deep pits, and they won't rise up again. They won't come back into power. This is the last stronghold that we got to break down, and then after this, there's no more strongholds on the nation of Israel. We will rise as the rulers of this earth in righteousness, and the rest of the nations are going to fall into subjection and be in tribute and be in order under the Hebrew Israelites under a righteous kingdom. That's what we're looking for. That's what the patience of the saints, man. That's what that's what makes brothers wake up with a smile on our face when these prophecies happen. Because we understand it's me personally, I have a couple different emotions, man. One of the emotions I have is the happiness, the anxiousness, and then the fear, that scariness that come over you. But the anxiousness and the excitement overshadows the fear. The fear is gonna be there, because we know it's gonna be a time of trouble of never before, and our faith is gonna be tested. So that fear has to be in place. It has to be within us. If that fear ain't in you, you ain't in the right spirit. But you'll get in the right spirit if you're one of the Most High's elect. You'll get the fear upon you, but the excitement is there. You can't be denied. Like, if you can't help but smile, because we've been catching hell for so long. I've only been in this truth for a short amount of time, But look at the apostles, man. Like that, the apostles been in there, starting with Apostle Tahar, 30 plus years. The rest of the apostles, Gabar, Rakai, um, Ramla, man, 25 plus years, man. We talking, they've been in the truth for, you know, for a long time. Some brothers ain't been alive as long as they've been doing this work, man. So the that time of seeing the finish line is there. Like we when I first came in this truth, like the prophecies weren't unfolding as severely and as often and as blatantly clear in our faces as was. See, right then, like for me, I came in this knowledge in 2007, and that was the finish line. I mean, that was the starting line for me. Apostle Tahar, 30 plus years ago, that was the starting line for him. The other apostles, the other elders, 25, 20 years, 15, 16 years. That whenever you came into the truth, that was your starting line. It was at the starting line. Now all of us are seeing the finish line. We come around that corner and you can see that big banner that says finish line. Those are the prophecies that are taking place. That finish line is the chariots coming, the deliverance. That's the finish line. We can see that by way of prophecy that we're striving for that finish line, which is, it's crazy how guys could just get weak and fall out at this time or just get disenchanted, when you can see the finish line. That's crazy, man. And it's scary. It's fucking scary as hell. That's why, in Psalms 51, David said, pray the Most High, take not that spirit, that righteous spirit from him, man. Take it not from him. We want to all endure to the end. But anyway, back because I only got like one more scripture that I want to touch on to bring this lesson to a close. So back at verse 11, it says, "Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall not hunt the violent man to overthrow him." So it says, "Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth." So all the lies that Esau speaks, it's all evil lies that's established on the earth, and that's why he's the violent man, and he needs to be overthrown, because all the philosophies, all the democracy, all the lies, all the deception, all this corruption takes place in a kingdom that he heads of, and he's the ruler of. So we need him taken out of the way, man. Like I can't help it, man. It's just we're in so much exciting times that it's just crazy, man. I can't help but to speak on different things. That's why I'm speaking so much, because things that took place yesterday is something that we always wait for. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of our patience, man. When things ain't, niggas coming against, scoffers coming against us, and then there's nothing like might not be taking place. Then the Most High have something happen, man. This right here shuts scoffers' asses up unless they just proud. Verse 12, "I know that the Lord will maintain the cause of the afflicted and the right of the poor." That's talking about the nation of Israel, primarily the elect. The elect is the afflicted and the right of the poor. "Surely the righteous shall give thanks unto thy name, and upright shall dwell in thy presence." That's talking about the elect. The elect is gonna give praise to the name, and will give thanks to the name, praise the name, and shall dwell in thy presence, meaning they're going to be delivered into the chariots and dwell with Yahweh Shai. The next closing scripture I want to bring out helps further expose this devil, man. This is Psalms 58:4. It says, "Their poison." Well, actually, we're supposed to start at verse 1. Okay. It says, "Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth, which is what Esau did yesterday, that airstrike, that false flag attack. This is what I personally believe. And that airstrike is waving his hands of wickedness in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That's self-explanatory. I ain't got to speak on that. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stop at her ears. Same thing as David kind of spoken in the last scripture. What speaking about is their lies. It says, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers charming never so wisely. The voice of the charmers charming never so wisely is the Most High's prophets, servants, the men that the Most High sent out there to teach this word, starting as always, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the brothers that fall up under the umbrella of the Great Millstone banner. Those are those charmers, and they're charming never so wisely, going out week in and week out. Break their teeth, O power, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as water, which run continually when he bendeth his bow to shoot his arrows. Let them be as a cut into pieces. That's what Esau. Esau yesterday he bent his bow and shot his arrows, those airstrikes at Syria. As a snail which melted, let every one of them pass away, like the ultimate birth of a woman, that they may not see the sun. Before your spots can feel the thorns, he shall take them away with a whirlwind, both living and in his wrath. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. Talking about first and foremost, Yahushua, his angels, and the elect men. They're gonna wash their feet in the blood of the wicked, so that a man shall say, verily there is a reward for the righteous. Verily he is a power that judgeth in the earth. Because then people will know that Yahweh is a just power when he put his recompense on the wicked and the heathens, the other nations of the earth. So with that, I hope this was edifying to brothers and whoever that was able to take the time to listen to the video. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there that's putting in the time, effort, and hitting the streets to teach. This is glorious times, Akim, and the few Akwas that's out there that's listening. It's time to buckle down and stay strong, man. Lord willing that the Most High keep us, bless us, and keep us, man. Numbers 6th chapter, man. Shalom.